On this episode of TFL Truck, we're going to find out once and for all, how far can an electric pickup truck tow a trailer versus an ICE truck with an internal combustion engine. And to do this, I'm going to use an all-new Rivian R1T with a small 2,000-pound trailer. I'm going to take the Rivian from 100% charge as close to zero as possible, find out exactly how far it goes, and then compare it to an all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra. See how much fuel that uses, and then show you exactly how much further, potentially, the ICE truck can go.
There you go. What we are towing is a Colorado Teardrops Classic Line trailer. We've towed one of these before. It has 35-inch tires. Now it's interesting because this weighs just under 2,000 pounds, but there is a little bit of drag coming in from these big, beefy, meaty tires, and it will be a challenge for the Rivian. Now here's something interesting. They are coming out, this company, with the new Boulder trailer in the near future, and that one, well, it's pretty interesting because it has batteries in it. So if you're far away from a charger, your trailer could maintain a charge and help you charge when you're in the rough. It's actually a pretty cool idea.
Hey everyone, Case here with a special announcement for all you young guys like me out there. Did you know 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're only 35? And did you know the best way to treat it is to get ahead of it while you still have hair left? You used to have to go to a doctor to get a prescription, but now thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get medication sent straight to your home. Keeps offers the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there to save your hair, and one you've never seen for this price. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/TFL Truck or click the link in the description below. That's KEEPS.com/TFL Truck. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save.
Alright guys, so the trailer is connected to the Rivian, and it detected it because we plugged in the 7-pin connector from the trailer into the truck. So it says, do you want to switch to towing mode? Yes, of course. So I'm going to switch to tow mode, and it actually gives me trailer brake gain, ability to control the trailer brakes. Although this trailer is so light, it's not equipped with trailer brakes. So I'm going to turn that off for now. I'm going to leave suspension in stiff mode for towing, which is actually not that stiff, and regen at high. But here's my range estimate. It's 135 miles in tow haul mode based on towing. So I'll have to see, can I do that? Can I go 135 miles? You'll find out in this video. Alright dude, so I just got on the highway. The Rivian still says 100% charge, and my range estimate flew up to 154 miles.
That's not bad. Now there's a couple things I noticed immediately by following you, and one of which is that the wheelbase, or the width of the trailer, is wider than the Rivian.
So since we've never done an electric pickup truck maximum range test where we go basically from 100 to 0, I have no idea how far I have to go, dude.
I'm guessing it's going to be less than 150 miles.
Obviously I have plenty of power. This Rivian, when it's fully charged specifically, produces and is rated at 835 horsepower and 906 pound-feet of torque.
Well, that's more than enough to pull the trailer. Now, what's your maximum tow capability?
It's rated at 11,000 pound maximum, and maximum payload on a base model is 1,760 pounds. But this is a launch edition adventure pack with all-terrain tires, and the payload on this truck is 1,419 pounds according to the sticker. So still kind of mid-size to half-ton category.
Why is it that you're towing, by comparison, such a light trailer?
It's because we think, or I think, that a trailer like this, Colorado Teardrop, would be typical of a person who purchases a Rivian truck. You know, if you want to go camping, maybe you don't need a huge trailer. Maybe you're just towing something a little bit more compact. All right, dude, so I'm gonna get on this loop and go indefinitely until I run out of energy. I settled into my groove. This is a highway run, 70 miles an hour. My climate control system, of course, is enabled. It's about, what, 36, 35 degrees outside. I set my climate control system to 69 degrees here. I have one level of seat warmer, I can have up to 3, but I don't need it. And this brings me to this point. The Rivian R1T is not equipped with a heat pump, which is an efficient way of transferring heat and actually warming up the cabin. If you live in a cold climate, like Colorado, for example, you may not be getting as much range as you would if you had a heat pump. So that's just one thing to note. Still, this Rivian technically is rated at 314 miles of total range for a base model with all-season tires, or one like this, the Adventure one with all-terrain tires, is somewhere around 280 miles of total driving range if you're not towing. But what if you are towing? Well, this is why we're doing this test. Also, take a look. I can access my reverse camera while driving at highway speed, and this is a great way of checking on my hitch connection. I can tell that the chains are hooked up properly still. I have everything nice. My cable is not dragging. Nothing is out of the ordinary. That's a very nice feature. And it stays here basically indefinitely until I turn it off. Okay, here's my update from the highway. So I've gone, according to this, about 73 miles, 74 miles in about 78 minutes. So I'm averaging around 65 to, well, approximately that miles per hour. And I'm reaching my halfway point. I'm at 54% charge, so I used about 46% of battery, and I went, like I said, about 74 miles. So actually the Rivian R1T with this 2,000-pound trailer is doing better than I expected. Okay guys, I'm about to turn around here in the middle of nowhere. One kind of a really annoying thing about this Rivian is that it doesn't have a built-in trip computer. So what I need to show you is this. I'm at my halfway point at 2,969 miles. I started at 2,893, and that means I have gone 77 miles. So that was about 82 minutes, 77 miles. So there you have it. I'm gonna get back home and hope I make it back to the office or to the Colorado Teardrop area to where I can swap the trailer and give it to the Tundra. Okay, here's my final update before I get to meet Nathan again and actually swap trailers, hook up the Tundra to this trailer and see exactly how a gasoline-powered truck handles the same trailer on the same loop. My range, I have 16% left, and I have about probably 12 miles left. So I'm still kind of comfortable because it's estimating about 27 miles of range left over, and I'm still averaging about 1.4, 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour. But when I meet Nathan, I'm gonna give you my final results, my average speed, my how many miles I've gone, what kind of range I have left, and all the numbers are coming up right now. All right, guys, let me just show you the data. My ending odometer reading is 3,046 miles. I'll show you where I started. And I have 9% battery left and 15 miles left. Whew. That was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
And the question is, how far did you go in that 2 hours and 45 minutes?
I went with this trailer 153 miles, which was actually further than I ever expected.
Okay, further than you expected. Now, how much battery did you use while doing it?
91%.
91%. Okay.
So I didn't quite bring it to zero.
Yeah.
But as you know, when you're getting there and the meter goes red and it says critically low battery, I wasn't too comfortable to go further.
Did you go into crawl home mode though?
No, I always had full power, no turtle modes, no error messages, nothing like that.
Cool.
My average speed was 55.6 miles per hour.
Okay.
My goal was 60.
Okay.
Okay, I a little bit failed. But since I used approximately 122.85 kilowatt hours, my average economy was 1.25 miles per kilowatt hour.
Okay, actually that's better than some other ratings that we've had in the past with certain other vehicles.
Yeah, and this is in kind of a colder conditions. So
Right.
here's the lesson I learned with the Rivian. If you're going 75, the efficiency drops like with any other vehicle.
Okay.
Right? If you keep it about 70 or below, you're doing okay. And then, of course, because in colder conditions, it doesn't have a heat pump. Technically, for the interior, your efficiency may be a little bit lower. So my only complaint about the hitch on the Rivian, Nathan, is that it's kind of hidden underneath. I mean, I think they did it for clearances
Maybe for aerodynamics too.
and aerodynamics, and also if there's a plate that covers it if you're not using it.
Right, right.
Here we go. Made the connection to the Tundra. Chains. The Tundra's hitch is a little bit easier to reach. All right, I'm getting into the Tundra. It's been topped off right there, zeroed out on my trip meter. And let me show you my tow haul mode. I'm gonna enable it. And I'm gonna use tow haul normal because it's a lightweight trailer. I'm gonna use same climate control settings as in the Rivian, 69 degrees, low fan speed, and I might use just a single bar of heated seat, but not for the whole trip. I just got on the same highway. I'm taking precisely the same route. Traffic conditions are about the same as they were when I was in the Rivian. I'm very lucky, I'm very fortunate that's the case. So I'm gonna keep going and let you know exactly what happens at my turnaround place, exactly where I turned around in the Rivian. And then of course I'll get back to Boulder and I'll fill up the Tundra, tell you exactly how many gallons I used, so you can tell exactly what the fuel efficiency would be. And I'll also try to convert it to kilowatt hours, so you can kind of see equivalency, how do they compare as far as energy usage, not just fuel and electricity usage. Okay, I'm getting super close to my turnaround spot, exactly where I turned around in the Rivian, and the Tundra is still doing great. The trip meter on the Tundra is showing currently 14.0 mpg, 14, and I've been on the road for about an hour and 20 minutes-ish, which is about the same time, same pace as in the Rivian, so far everything's going smoothly. It's just that I'm losing daylight because I've been on the road for quite some time today. But nonetheless, let me get turned around and then get to the pump back in Boulder, completing the loop right next to the location where the Colorado teardrops are. And then I can tell you exactly how they compare, because you've been asking us for this. Okay, it's now nighttime. Well, actually, I got lucky and the time of my loop in the Tundra is about the same as in the Rivian, maybe just 2 to 3 minutes slower. And I'm pulled up here to the gas station, which is about a stone's throw away from where I left. So this is indeed a loop. And let me fill up and show you exactly the results in the Tundra. So as you can see, that took all day and into the night to complete the entire test. But let's summarize what happened with the Rivian R1T. As I showed you, I used 91% of battery and I went 153 miles on my loop right there with the trailer. If I was to extrapolate that to a full 100% battery, I could go with this trailer on the highway about a total of 168 miles on a full charge. And I'm talking about 100% of battery. Not too bad. I mean, this is like 2.5 hours, maybe of highway driving. So that's okay. Yeah, obviously there's not a ton of energy in that battery for a new electric vehicle. But here's what happened when I drove the Tundra with the same trailer on the same loop. I used 10.348 gallons, or about 32% of my tank, about a third of my tank, to go the same distance, 153 miles. So I still had about 21 gallons, maybe almost 22 gallons of fuel left over, which means I could go the same distance, but on a full tank of fuel, I could go all the way to about 473 miles before I run out of fumes. So this is about 2.8 times the distance. So that is your answer. When you have the same highway and an electric pickup truck for 2022 and an ICE-powered, gasoline-powered truck, you can take that gasoline-powered truck about 2.8 times further and go a huge distance, in fact, in this case, 473 miles. As always, please comment, let me know your feedback about this test. We'll be doing more of this. Go back to tfltruck.com and also tfl-studios.com for everything automotive.